So it's us again. We still have Laura here.
Hey.
So I've got some kind of a rant to share with you guys. So I went to see, it was not an anti-live, but kind of a theater that was streamed from somewhere else. A Woman of No Importance. Wilde play, Oscar Wilde play. And I had on my left someone who kept burping and farting.
Oh.
What?
Yes. And in another screening, it was yesterday, Wonder, I think, because it was kind of kids friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, it was it must have been 12 girls that couldn't stop giggling. And it's not really a giggly kind of movie, which was a bit annoying. So the mother came and just shouted at them, and they just rushed out at some point.
Wait a minute. So a woman, their mother or another woman?
Yeah, the mother.
All right, I was going to say just a random woman started shouting at some kids in a movie theater. Like,
No.
People make Glasgow.
Yeah, and just some random guys that came at some point in the middle of the movie looking for a seat. And be standing up for at least 1 minute in front of the guy to my left and looking for something, and they just left, never to be seen again. Yeah, the guy on my left who must have had a throat thing, because throughout the whole, that was the man who invented Christmas, the Charles Dickens thing. He was like
That is so creepy in my ear.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, that was some kind of weird experiences. Laura.
Hey.
Hey, hi, how are you? Do you have any nice stories of that sort, recent or?
I had one. This was quite a few years back, and I was in Manchester for like a stay for work, and it was like a really dreary, dull day, and I was like, how am I going to spend an afternoon? So I went to the cinema, and it was Only God Forgives, the Ryan Gosling film. And it's like a really intense film, super violent, super obscure, but brilliant as well, really beautifully shot. And it's like right in one of these beautifully cinematic, moving, instrumental moments. And the only other woman in my entire like bit of the cinema takes out this nail file and just starts like filing down her nails so loudly. And then she would like bite little hangnails and spit them out beside her.
What?
And I was like, it bothered me enough that this woman came into like this nearly empty cinema and sat like literally like 2 seats away from me, and then starts doing this. And she's not even looking at the screen. She's kind of like every once in a while checking into her bag, seeing what she's got there, counting her inventory and putting it away. And this nail file thing and spitting out her nails. It was like, what are you doing? Although it kind of did take the edge off all the like ultra violence and screams. So that was cool.
That's weird. That is weird.
Why do people in cinemas think that they're home alone? Like, I don't understand that. It's like, you're outside. This is public. Like, we're all trying to enjoy the same thing as you are. Like, have some respect.
In defense to what I previously said in an episode about if you get a phone call, leave and take it. Somebody actually did when I saw Battle of the Sexes yesterday. Somebody checked their phone like 3 rows in front of me, got up and then went outside. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. If you're going to use the backlight and see, oh shit, I need to take this. Cool, go for it. Because at least you're not going to like answer the phone in the cinema, which is has to be the worst one.
Has anyone ever done that?
I've been in one where somebody has answered.
No.
They're on the way out, but they answer in the cinema. It's like, yeah, I'm just in the cinema. I'm like, so are we.
Wow.
Those recent experiences made me realize that it's a tunnel vision thing. That, in the previous rounds I said I didn't really notice those because they were mostly based on Snapchatting on the phone. Those ones I had were noises. So I was really, really distracted by those.
So, burping and farting one's weird.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, and even better, I suspect it was an actor going method or something because he said when he passed me to go out do something scusi, so obviously he's in Italian, but speaking to the person beside him, it was English, so maybe he was pretending to be an Italian, so I would believe that all Italians are rude or something.
He has an agenda here, right? I get it.
I'm going to burp and fart the whole way through and then I'm going to blame it on the Italians.
That's disgusting though. Like, it's not even annoying, it's also disgusting. Like, you don't want to be around that. You don't even know this person.
Like, rustly popcorn's annoying, but somebody like full on burping that's loud.
That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think it's time for a live read. So what is a live read, you may ask? A A live read, it's an ad that we read live and we pretend to care about the product we're talking about. Here we are putting the ad ourselves, so it's fine. This is a non-sponsored announcement. Love cinema? Love free stuff? Say hello to our first giveaway. Share your most poignant, insane, weird stories about things that happened to you in a cinema or in a theater on Instagram. Go crazy on them DMs. Once we reach 100 stories, a lovely RNG will select one person from the US, the lucky winner of 3 months of Movie Pass. 1 movie a day for 90 days, a $29.85 value, and one person from the UK, the winner of the Cineworld Christmas box, a £25 value. Details available on our IGI profile on www.instagram.com, Good Bad Standard Podcast. Here we go.
Magic.
Yes.
Perfect.
Good. Okay, so I'd like to introduce now a new segment. What I would
Has this
call...
got a jingle to it, yeah?
No. It is one I called the Milk in a Wineglass Questionnaire. So it's based on the Marcel Proust, Bernard Pivot, and James Lipton. So, Laura, what is your favorite word?
Ooh. Oh, I really wish I'd prepared for this. I know I have one that's great, but in absence of that word, I really like the word bobble. I think it sounds really fun when you say it.
Bubble, like bubble hat.
Yeah, like a bobble hat.
Bubble hat.
Bubble for your hair.
Bubble.
Bobble.
Oh yeah, for a bubble. Yeah. Bubble for your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I like that word too.
Anouk, is it bobble or was it? How should you say it in RP? Bobble.
Bauble.
No, bauble is what you put on your Christmas tree.
Yeah, not a Christmas bauble.
Bauble.
Bobble. Oh, okay.
Bobble.
Yeah.
Very much in a Scottish accent.
Bobble.
too.
Yeah, bobble. It's a wee old woman bobbling down the road. Bobbling down the road.
Can you bubble down the road?
And
Good tactic, that. I bobble you.
I bubble you.
yeah, right next to Dominic Westview.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
What is your least favorite word?
I don't want to be really cliche and say moist, but I do find moist to be disgusting. I actually saw a study that shows that like there's a real reason, like a physiological reason why people are disgusted by it. So yeah, I'm going to go with just the generic moist.
Nice.
Moist is a very
Is that-
contextual cringe word. When it's used in certain contexts, it's like the worst word imaginable.
It is pretty bad.
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Wow.
3 assessments in one day.
Yeah.
Ooh. I guess I would have to say passion for something kind of out of the ordinary. Like if you know something, a lot about something that I've never heard of, or just something really kind of bizarre, and you can like speak a lot about that. I find that really interesting.
Right?
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's great because Laura's answering these questions. I'm going, I would not have a clue what I'm going to say. Like, glad Yann's not asking me.
I wanted to keep it well, if we don't have a guest for the disaster artist, I'll be asking us.
Oh, God.
what-
I better prepare then.
What turns you off?
I think a kind of resilience to own up to your faults or to like own up to a mistake. People that kind of stand by a misguided action or something, even in the face of facts that say they're wrong, and will continue to like stand up to that. I find that just so draining. Like, yeah, it's such a turn off.
Okay. What is your favorite curse word?
I think fuck. Yeah, there's so many uses for fuck. Definitely fuck.
What sound or noise do you like?
I really like the sound of a kettle, like the old-fashioned kettles with the whistles on them, because I love tea.
What sound or noise do you dislike?
I think I've kind of inherited this one from my mum, but the sound of like polystyrene rubbing against each other, or like nails on polystyrene.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
do anything for me.
Even the thought of it kind of makes you shiver. Yeah.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Cake maker.
You are amazing at making cakes.
Oh, I don't know. I have far too many disasters. I've only ever shown you the okay ones. But yeah, I love baking, and I'd love to make like really extravagant, cool, designed architectural cakes.
Awesome, awesome. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Oh, absolutely. To see like a video reel of my best bits. Like if that doesn't happen when you die, I don't know what I'll do. Be glad that I'm dead, I suppose. But yeah, if you don't get shown a best bits reel of your life, like, what is life?
A demo reel that you can use for your career in the afterlife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Laura Elle Watson, deceased, seeking representation.
If you were reincarnated as some other plant or animal, what would it be?
I think, I'm torn here. I would really like to be a dolphin because they seem like really intelligent, and they also seem just to be like absolute jokers. They just like make fun of other animals and will like chew on toxic pufferfish to get high. So they seem like they've got a pretty good life, and also not a lot eats them. So that's pretty cool. But I think ultimately I'd want to be a cat because my cat just lives the best life. And yeah, to be that pampered would be great.
Okay, and the 11th question of this 10-question questionnaire. Who is your favorite host on this podcast?
Oh, you guys.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Is this like, do I really have to answer?
No, it was the... No, I'll just add a...
Roll, Yann, you are roll.
That's mean.
No, because it concerns directly us. There is another question which was after the profession one, which I removed because it was a bit negative, but I can add it because it's less negative than the last one I just said. Which profession other than your own would you not like to attempt?
Definitely teaching children. Like, I would have no problem teaching adults or kind of 16-year-old plus, maybe in like higher education. But I grew up with my mum teaching in a nursery, and I'm not a kid person. I have no patience for like people. So yeah, it seems like absolute hell to me. And especially like kids these days have so much more wit and like sass about them. Like I really just, no, I can't deal with adults at the best of times, never mind kids.
Like kids talking about, oh, did you see Love Island last night? Like, you should be watching this.
Well, thank you. You know, you talked earlier about the fact that we were in a play together last year.
Yes.
Okay, my mother has an assistant because she can't do everything herself called Geraldine. And
I'm so sorry, I was about to make a joke there. I was about to go because she was a magician.
No.
No. No. Why? I hate my brain sometimes. I really do. I really hate myself.
And she started doing some theater stuff outside of work at some point, and she had a big part in the play, and she went full. We talked about Henry Irving in one of the episodes. Mm-hmm. So the first time he went on stage, he forgot his line. It was a massive disaster, and later he came to be one of the greatest actors who ever lived. Well, she had the same kind of moment, which I didn't have for Troika. I was a bit scared, but it didn't happen for me. She just couldn't go on stage and just left and was done. Yeah. I had in the play with this last year, the second day, I had a moment. I thought, well, we've been trained and the show must go on, so it went on, but I struggled. I don't know if you noticed that on the second day.
Oh, I don't know. That show was like, it was great because it was a farce that we could kind of mess around with that, and mistakes were so easy to get hidden, and you could really make a point of the mistake, and it became like a funny part of the play. So I don't know, there were so many things that went wrong, but it also made it so right as a piece. And we got like lots of laughs and things from things that we'd never rehearsed, and I guess that's kind of the beauty of that kind of art form.
Yeah, like how improvisation is really important. Like, obviously, you can make a career out of it, but also if you forget a line, it's really good to be able to be positive and like think on your feet and all this stuff. Because you don't want to, crash and burn the whole play just because you forgot one line. That'd be sad.
You guys had a hell of a rehearsal period. Like Yann fell down the stairs.
Oh, of course.
Laura, you were away for a couple of, was it weeks?
Yeah, you were really,
you were away for weeks, yeah.
So yeah, we did well considering all.
You guys pulled it together, like,
really
because when we first saw it, we're like, what are these guys worrying about? Because we'd heard how struggled the rehearsal had been. It's like,
yeah, Yann forgot who he was for a day, didn't he? So
yeah, you were in a bad way.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, but yeah, it turned out okay eventually.
That would be
really good, guys. Really, really good.
It would be really unfortunate. Like Yann woke up from that and like, oh shit, I'm still in the Navy. Like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, and I was it was a period I was struggling. I didn't know if I had to actually go back or what. It was in September.
Of course.
No, yeah, because I had 2 years off, not being paid, everything frozen basically. And I wanted to renew that, but they said no. So I basically had to quit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. How'd you quit the Navy? That sounds quite an...
I quit.
I quit the Navy. I said...
Take me back to land.
I said bollocks to this ship and I dived off it.
Yeah, but I only had 2 years left in my contract, I think, and it was okay. I won't get any pension from those guys.
Oh no.
Yeah, but about pension. Have you ever been a landlord?
Can't say I have. No.
I would love to be a landlord.
I would love to
There's
be
some
a landlord.
hell a lot of money in that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there is one thing in France, and I just got kind of a victim, not really, but very annoying. When you're a landlord and you've got no one in your flat at the date of the 1st of January, you've got to pay all the extra taxes on the fact that you have this house and everything. But if you have a tenant, they pay. So I had a tenant come in last March. Usually it's 12-month contracts. And they just said that they were going to leave on the 29th.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm off for something like 600 euros. I was not expecting to. Yeah.
That's a ridiculous amount of money as well. Like, Yann's like, yeah, well,
No,
you know,
it is.
I have to deal with it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I really like those questions that you just asked.
The James Lipton ones are good, yeah.
yeah,
That's where they're from Inside the Actor Studio.
Oh,
yes,
They're
Nice.
good.
They
They're
are.
good questions.
yes.
Nice.
It was first. It was like questions that were in the ether, and it was who was it again? Marcel Proust who answered them when he was 13 and 20. Like a massive number of questions. And Bernard Pivot reduced that to 10 questions for his apostrophe show. Mm-hmm. And apparently Bernard Pivot is the hero of James Lipton, the host of the Actor Studio. So yeah, he made it that at the end of every show he has this questionnaire.
I didn't even know.
I
the
do
history of
love. I used to watch this a lot, and it's really nice because you realise that everyone struggles.
it. Yeah.
There's another one as well where actors kind of can converse. They put two actors together and they kind of talk about. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, on
though.
YouTube, like someone on someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Emma Stone on Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
or something.
So you had exactly.
Nothing sexual, it's just how it's called. You know? Yeah.
Nothing sexual.
Okay, I think we are good.
Yeah.
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 Okay, well, thank you very much for listening. We just reached 1,000 listeners. Yes,
Crazy.
in just a bit under 110 days.
Oh, just over 3 months. It's
Yeah.
absolutely bizarre.
I remember we made this whole thing of like, when we get to 1,000 listeners, we're going to go to the butcher shop and like open a bottle of champagne. And now I'm like, well, I can't afford
Yeah,
that.
we're like, it's Christmas, so I have no money.
Oh shit. But yeah, so
A bottle of cava.
yeah, exactly. Just- and maybe not butcher shop, we'll
And
go
I
to KFC or something.
Bottle of cava and a pan-fried steak.
That sounds amazing. But yeah, that kind of just goes to show that we never thought this would happen. Like,
That is bizarre.
yeah, it's like, it's growing like all the time as well.
is,
Like
it is.
every 5 minutes you're checking in, it's like five more.
It is ridiculous when you like check when you're like, all right, there's been nothing. Because there have been days when it's like zeros because I track the stats, and then you'll come back like an hour later and it's like, oh, 23. I'm like, where were you guys an hour ago? Like, what's going on?
It's really, really excited. So thank you everyone for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ramble on for hours. I always think like when you're going to be older and you just sit and listen to this back, you go, God, I can't believe people listen to this when you're older. Like, oh, what was I saying?
I think we've got some good stuff.
We just announced in the Disaster Artist episode the giveaway for 1,000, which is related to The Room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's in the previous episode.
Cool.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Magic.
thank you for listening. Thanks, Laura, again for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And see you around.
See you later.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.